All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. You can touch gloves at this time if you wish. Let's do it.
They touch gloves. And now they'll go to battle. Daniel Cormier. Jon Jones for the light heavyweight belt. Here we go!
Jon looking for an axe kick.
Early.
Nice knee to the body by Jon.
12-inch reach advantage for the champion.
That is significant. Jon with a head kick, blocked by Daniel. Knee to the body by Jon.
Cormier wants to get inside. Only Alexander Gustafsson has taken Jones down.
Nice elbow inside by Jon, an uppercut by DC, and an uppercut by Jon. Kick to the body.
Caught, down, and on top.
Look at this.
For the nasty elbows if Jones is able to establish top position. But Cormier right back up.
DC's knee was trapped in a very weird way during that takedown. Hopefully there was nothing injured. Nice knee to the body, or to the knee rather, or to the thigh by Jon.
Cormier just taken down for the first time in his MMA career. And it
right
comes
back
early
up to
for
his feet.
Jones.
And Jon with those kicks to the thigh that he loves to do. Those straight kicks.
Cormier trying to close the distance. That will be a big challenge throughout this fight.
And he's trying to take Jon down again, this time stuffed. DC hold on to the neck, and Jon's back up.
NCAA runner-up, lost to Cael Sanderson, perhaps the greatest American wrestler ever. And then a two-time Olympian, Cormier. Uppercut and over the top.
DC staying on top of Jon, staying very close to him to mitigate that reach advantage.
Jones has been able to literally freeze great fighters.
Good straight left by Jon.
With the way he utilizes that reach that you talked about.
It's those kicks by Jon as well that DC's got to be careful of. As he's closing the distance, nice elliptical kick to the thigh.
Little dirty boxing by Cormier. Good elbows and a knee by Jones.
Nice knee to the body by Jon. Jon's very good at inside fighting, despite being a big man. Good right hand over the top by DC.
Cormier has stayed within striking range so far in this first round. And you see him staying right on top of the champion.
Nice knee to the body by Jon. Good jab by Cormier. Jon moving away from it, calling him in.
He possesses such a large arsenal of strikes.
Well, he's so creative, and he's so comfortable that, nice, straight left to the body. So comfortable with his takedown defense that he's not scared to throw those kicks.
Southpaw stance, threw a left to the body of Cormier, as Joe mentioned. Stays in the southpaw stance. Now back to orthodox, perhaps momentarily. 90 seconds on the clock here in the first of a potential five-minute rounds.
Good inside leg kick by DC.
And it had Jon kind of leaning over a little bit.
Jon looking for the spinning back kick, but missed.
August 4th was the press event that started all these fireworks. Jones so far 2-1 in significant strikes landed.
Good left hook to the body by Jon. And DC is obviously having a hard time closing the distance. That 12-inch reach advantage is absolutely gigantic.
This fight originally scheduled for September. And man, the bad blood just continued to boil. And here they are tonight as our main event.
Jon able to get just out of the way of DC strikes. That looked like that left landed.
But a good uppercut
landed
by Cormier. Cormier welcomes the clinch game. Jones very difficult to take down. Got a great Greco-Roman wrestling background.
Good combination by DC. John moving away, taking some of the force out of those. Good kick to the body. Oh, tries for a flying knee. Uppercut again by DC.
Good
left
start
hook on the break.
To this monumental matchup.
Things got interesting very quickly.
Round 2.
Good kick to the body by John.
Jones again on the attack.
But DC has to cover that distance, and John is able to hit him before DC can get a hold of him.
Watch for the elbows, too. He likes to catch his opponent with the elbows coming in. Cormier trying to stay in range, but it is not easy against the longtime champion.
Good kick to the body by John. And good defense by John. John looking for a choke. Looking for a guillotine. Only has one arm on the neck, though.
He had that standing guillotine defense way back in 2011 against Lyoto Machida.
He's got to walk through those kicks, and that is a difficulty. Good right hand over the top by DC.
Cormier is one of the ultimate in competitors. A tough upbringing, and truly a man who has competed at the elite level for decades. Total strikes, dead even.
DC looking
Jones
for a
has got to be careful. He's out. Cormier had not lost a round.
John looked for that same shoulder wrench that he used on Glover Teixeira there. The loose underhook. And he yanks on it with an overhook.
Joe, as I was saying, DC had not lost a round coming into this fight. Was round 1 the first.
Good right hand or left by DC. As long as DC can fight in tight like his, that's his world. Good kick to the body by DC.
Both men
Elbow in tight.
motivated by the other's verbiage. Jones with the knee. Cormier staying on top of him. And he stuffs that takedown attempt.
Good uppercut by DC rather. Constant pressure by DC. Good kicks by John.
One of the biggest
Nice
championship fights ever is in round 2. And Cormier, very effective here in the second.
There's that again. Every time DC, oh, nice.
Elbow again.
Nice short elbows inside. Every time DC goes for that loose underhook, John tries to wrench that shoulder the way he did with Glover Teixeira. Good knee to the body by DC.
Catching him in the clinch with those uppercuts, Joe. Right up the middle, Daniel Cormier is scoring. 90 seconds on the clock here in the second round. Cormier, the leader in significant head strikes.
Good kick by Jones.
That one was significant.
Those elbows are so nasty.
They're so sharp.
Well, he's just so, oh, nice kick by DC.
Cormier trying to ragdoll the champion. Jones, the first to take down Cormier in his career.
DC again looking for the uppercut on the break. DC shrugs him off.
And this type of fight negates the reach advantage of the champion.
Well, John is exceptional at fighting inside, even though he's a tall guy. We saw that in the Glover Teixeira fight. Good right hand by DC. And again with those high kicks.
Answered. Cormier able to duck under trouble. He looks at the clock. 15. Cormier said he wanted to turn this into a good old-fashioned dogfight.
Oh, it is a dogfight. Oh, good punch by DC.
That caught
and
him.
another one.
Big finish in round 2 for Cormier.
Wow. Woo. And make no mistake about it, Jon Jones landed some good shots in that round as well.
The heavyweight champion watching his good buddy try to become another belt holder from AKA. They call Daniel Cormier the team captain at AKA.
John loves that front leg side kick to the thigh, and Daniel responds with the same technique. John goes to the body.
When Jones is able to land that kick that you talked about on frequent occasion, it makes it almost impossible for his opponent to get inside.
Big kick to the body there by DC, and John responds with one of his own.
We saw Jones get tested to the highest degree in his career by the Swede Alexander Gustafsson. Cormier doesn't want to test him, he wants to beat him.
Good right hand by Cormier.
Uppercut again.
Inside leg kick by Jones.
Daniel Cormier, a true wrestler, embracing the grind.
Kick to the neck. Or excuse me, side kick to the neck.
To the body again with that left. From the southpaw stance.
And DC continuing to stay on him with the pressure. Good left by John. Good jab by DC. Oh, the first eye poke. And that's what a lot of people were worried about. John's style of keeping his hands open in front of fighters.
You need the doctor to look at it? Yeah? Okay, let me take a look. Right out here. You ready to fight? Okay, hold on a second. John, your fingers have been coming out this way. I need them up. If you're going to be putting your hands out measured, I can't have them coming out this way anymore. Okay? All right. Fight.
Well handled by Herb Dean. Unintentional. Battle continues.
And John seemed, big kick to the body by John. I was gonna say John seemed very sincere with his apology there.
Absolutely. You know, at the end of the day, and Cormier talked about it a lot.
Switches it around for a single. Looking to trip that back leg. It's just so hard to reach it. John's so tall.
Wow.
Good takedown defense by Jones.
You can see why he has only been taken down by Alexander Gustafsson in his career.
What a feather in the cap of Gustafsson it is.
Absolutely, right?
Well, takedowns in MMA are largely a part of timing. Oh,
there's that elbow.
Tight elbow inside by Jones.
So vicious. Cormier continuing to try to stalk the champion.
A constant pressure. And one of the things that Cormier has an advantage of is the training with Cain Velasquez is always like this.
Yes.
These guys are constantly pushing each other to the limit. And it's very difficult to find someone who can do this to a guy like Jon Jones. I mean, other than rotating fresh training partners over and over again, it's going to be very difficult for him to find something like this in training. Nice
Cormier
combination there by Cormier. Good uppercut on the inside.
Yep, in that clinch. Highly effective one more time here.
And again, looking for that takedown. Excellent defense by Jones.
Past the midway point of this championship fight. Joe, so much has been said back and forth.
John with kicks.
Between these guys, but they respect each other's talents. Big time.
Good shots to the body by Daniel.
And so far in this fight, we're seeing the best being brought out in both men by each other.
Those short shoulders by Jon Jones are very effective inside.
Likes to use those and then the elbows.
There's a nice knee to the body by Jones. Yeah, I actually meant elbows when I said shoulder. He used those very well against Glover Teixeira as well. It's just so good being a tall man. It's unusual.
9th time Jones has been scheduled for 5 rounds as he looks for his 8th consecutive title defense. Last minute of the 3rd.
Constant pressure by DC.
Jones
landing
landing
the
more
left over the top.
strikes
Knee to the body by
here
the
in the
champ.
3rd.
Big right hand by DC. An uppercut.
That uppercut is so
Another short elbow
effective
by
in this
Jon.
fight, but it's so often used by Cain Velasquez as well. Flat
Jon
knee.
looking for the knee.
Cormier pressuring him on the fence.
There's a shoulder from in tight.
Fighting in a phone booth again here at the end of the 3rd.
Oh! What a fight. What a fight. What a closely contested fight.
Championship rounds. Jones has gone 25 minutes 3 times in his career. Cormier once when he defeated Josh Barnett to win the Strikeforce Heavyweight Grand Prix. This, the second 5-round fight of Cormier's professional career.
Good left to the body by Jon.
Lots of mutual respect shown here early in round 4. Both men have scored. And look at this, Joe. Total strikes as we hit round 4. Cormier 86, Jones 81, plus that one.
Big kick by Jon.
That's how close this fight truly is.
Jon is being very effective with that straight left to the body, and he goes high with that kick. There's that short elbow. Knee to the body by Jon. DC's got to get busier.
Man, a lot of work with the clinch game for these two men.
Look at this. Jon's taking down DC.
Second takedown against Cormier in his career.
And that was an emphatic takedown. And a side kick to the thigh from up against the cage. He's looking to take him down again, and he does. Wow.
Momentum is rapidly rising in the corner of Jones.
Jon's looking to try to secure a choke. Looking to try to get that forearm under the neck of Daniel. Daniel trying to catch his breath here. Daniel's in trouble here. Jon gets a hold of that. He might be too weak to defend this. He's trying to get up, but in getting up, he better not expose his neck.
Jones very judicious here. Waited for him to get up to throw the
Elbow by
knee.
Jon.
Watch for that uppercut.
He's looking to take him down again.
Cormier looking to embrace the grind here in round 4.
Jon's embracing the grind right now. Those takedowns, he's really taking it to DC.
This style of fight, this fight in a phone booth, as we've often said, is so exhausting.
He's also making a point by taking him down twice like that in this round. Just pressing his offense and pressing his advantage.
Jones would appear to be the fresher fighter here with 2 minutes left in the 4th.
Well, he seems to be taking over in this championship round. I mean, DC has gone, oh, big punches by John. A right to the body and a left hook.
He's really doing a nice job with his wrist control. We don't see any of those Cormier uppercuts here in round 4.
Again, John is like, he's throwing these side kicks to the leg from in the clinch. So creative.
There's that elbow again. Under 90 here in the 4th.
DC's on him.
He's got some catching up to do here in round 4.
Oh, he most certainly does. I mean, unless he does something really dramatic, I don't know how he's going to.
There's John utilizing his length.
Good kick by DC.
We saw a lot of basically toe-to-toe boxing, if you will, against Gustafsson. But this clinch work back and forth, Joe, has been a true showcase of these two men's talents.
Good knee by John. DC is just not working hard enough here. Unless he's just gonna submit to the fact that he's lost this round and try to make up for it in the next. But John's just being more effective in the clinch. With 22 seconds to go here.
Final 10 seconds of round number 4. And a big round for the champion.
Well, this is probably the best, and it got him down again at the end. The best round of the fight for Jon Jones, for sure.
5th and final round. The challenger, the champion. 5 minutes remain. Bad blood, which is boiled over.
2 kicks, head kick. Oh, big uppercut by DC.
You heard the corner of Cormier saying, you've got to barrel through him, take him down, and finish him. Can he get the takedown? Not
Nope.
yet.
Stuffed.
That great Greco background of Jones.
I mean, amazing with DC's credentials that John's been able to stop almost every takedown attempt.
John, a junior college national champion.
Look at how Herb Dean is paying attention to the gloves. He wants to make sure that John is not digging his fingers underneath the gloves to hold Daniel's arm in place.
First time 2 fighters with a win streak of over 10 have ever met in the octagon. Clinch control has been a true factor in this fight.
Well, Daniel's having a really hard time getting that right hand back. He's got it free now, but John's got just excellent control of his wrist. Big shots by John here to the body.
And that right hand, Joe, in the first couple of rounds was maybe the best weapon that Cormier had with those uppercuts.
John looking for the takedown again.
Cormier coming in had outlanded every one of his opponents in his 15 fights. Let's see what the stats say now. Jones by 11.
John is trying to force Daniel's arm behind his back. He was reaching back with his right arm, trying to grab Daniel's right arm behind his back.
3 minutes. Greg Jackson saying, when Jones is motivated, he gets a little more Spartan. Extra energy, motivation.
John's taking his back.
We've seen it here tonight.
He's taking Daniel's back here. Daniel's trying to spin out, and he does. Halfway through the round, Daniel Cormier needs something big. His corner was telling him he needs to stop John.
Both men, Joe, are certainly leaving it all in the octagon. Three takedowns for Jones, none for Cormier. Just over 2 now. Cormier working so hard
to get a takedown, but he just can't.
Trips him momentarily.
So good with his balance.
We always wonder what Jones will do on his back, but we never find out because nobody puts him there. 90 seconds remain. 5th and final round.
Knee to the body by John.
Cormier.
It's almost like he's trying to take John down for a moral victory at this point. He's not going to stop the fight by that. Elbow by John.
That one off the arm. And again to the body.
Hard one to the body.
To the rib cage of Cormier. There it is. But John Jones springs right back up to his feet.
And there was a lot of effort in that takedown.
Picked him up, threw him down, but the champion right back in control here. 30 seconds.
Good spinning elbow by John. And a short elbow
by
another
one. Jones takes a look at the clock. 20 seconds.
His corner's yelling for him to back up.
Got the neck. 10 seconds. This ultimate grudge match.
Look at this.
Goes the distance. Perhaps maybe all the bad blood has not boiled over.
Wow. And here you see at the end, John just raises his arms up and then left hooks Daniel because the fight had not ended yet. But Daniel hit him after the buzzer.
And then a gesture.
A gesture.
It's the G way to put it.
You could call it that. Gesture.
That's the way I could tell my kids. The heavyweight champion looks on with a look of concern as his buddy, training partner, team captain, Daniel Cormier goes the distance with John Jones, but Jones certainly the man who had the momentum in his corner in those championship rounds of 4 and 5. Cormier got inside a lot in this fight. Some great fighters have not even been able to do that against John. But the damage done was pretty equal between the two fighters. The official decision is in, and here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 49-46, for the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, John Bones Jones.
The fighters come to the center of the octagon.
Questions from the red corner. Any questions from Tito's corner? Fight clean, fight fair, fight hard. Let's go.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Here we go.
Here we go.
I have never heard a crowd like this before.
Oh, it's deafening.
Everyone is on their feet for this.
The Iceman.
Baby, 3 rounds. You ready?
The greatest referee of all time. The bad boy, and here we go. The friendship is over.
Tito has said he wants to stand and trade with Chuck. Let's see if that's the case.
Chuck's being a little more aggressive with his stand-up. He's moving in. He tends to be more of a counter-puncher, but he's pressing the action a little bit.
3 5-minute rounds, a non-title fight. So the fighters have a tendency to press the action. Oh my, listen to the chants of Tito. Don't forget Eddie Bravo, our colleague, will help us score the fight tonight. Eddie was with us last UFC, and the attempts to score never made it past the first round. We sure hope this one does tonight.
You see, Chuck went for a shot to the body. The stories of those guys training was that what Chuck really hurt Tito was to the body, that he threw body shots and he actually caused Tito to stop the training session.
Tito certainly, Randy, does not look uncomfortable taking the center of the octagon here and moving in on the distance.
No, he doesn't. He's got his hands up nice and high. He's moving his head. He's changing his levels. He's got a nice low shot, which is making Chuck wonder about when that takedown might come. He's doing a good job. There's a half shot.
Look at the smile on Tito's face. They are both well prepared because the winner heads back up the mountain for another run at the peak, and the loser looks down at the pieces of shattered glory. That was a quote I read coming into this fight, and it's perfectly stated.
Tito tried to take Chuck down after Chuck glanced him with a very nice left hook. That's one of Chuck's nicest punches, a looping left hook.
Well, Tito has always said that he'll go toe-to-toe with Chuck, and Chuck has always contended that Tito will not have the guts to go toe-to-toe. I don't know if it's guts or lack of a good game plan, though, if he does choose to do so.
Well, I think maybe he has a little confidence. His teammate, Quentin Jackson, beat Chuck by going toe-to-toe with him. I had some success going toe-to-toe with him. I'm sure he's analyzed those fights and thinks that maybe he can get off and get down the middle, too.
Do you think that the key to striking with Chuck is to back him up?
I think the key, he backs up and waits and draws you in. And then the second he pauses, he wants to throw. And if you've got to beat him to the punch there and get off before he does.
Well,
but this is different for him. He's pressing. He's moving forward more than he usually does.
Well, Randy, you certainly outstruck the striker when you fought Chuck Liddell, so it has been done before. Dangerous knockout power. Both attempting for an opportunity to engage. Listen to this sold-out crowd.
Tito's flinching every time Chuck feints.
Oh, big straight right, just missed.
Everyone seems to believe if Chuck wins, it'll be a quick hit. Bingo, bango, done.
Well, Tito does have a good jaw. He took a tremendous knee from Yuki Kondo.
Yep.
Took a big right hand from Ken Shamrock and recovered. He's got a good chin.
There's a takedown attempt. Nice counter by Chuck.
Whoa.
Chuck gets him off balance a little bit.
And a slip by Tito. Now, you have said before, Randy, that Chuck's takedown defense is excellent.
Oh,
Nice right hand by Tito.
Chuck's sprawl is pretty legendary.
His takedown defense is very well, but even more impressive if you do take him down is his ability to pop right back up. Uses the cage very well and comes back to his feet.
Nice inside leg kick. You saw Chuck throw a nice left hook to the body.
Good straight jab by Chuck.
1 minute 5 seconds remains in round one. This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds.
Little bitty cut on Tito's nose.
Randy, when you fought these guys, who felt physically stronger?
I would have to say Tito felt more physically strong, and that was a long fight, 5 rounds. A lot of grueling punishment he took and managed to stay in there round after round. He's a very strong kid, very strong.
Who's the harder puncher?
Chuck never really got a chance to hit me, but obviously he's got devastating knockout power. He's demonstrated it time and time again.
Did Tito ever connect with you?
No, he never hit me either.
Check you out. Captain America, baby.
And he wasn't the one to throw the hat back in.
Oh, big right hand. That's that looping overhand punch that he knocked out Alistair Overeem with.
He loves to
Nice
come over the top.
combination by Chuck and a good counter right hand by Tito.
Tito showed aggression. He returned right away.
Final seconds of round number 1.
Oh, big right hand.
Combinations by Liddell and a high
Nice kick. What is that? What is he doing?
Tito saying,
end of the round, I
you
think.
cannot
Whoa.
damage me.
Whoa.
You cannot hurt me.
Did you think John was stopping the fight?
Stop the fight.
Oh my God.
After Colin Yamasaki.
Eddie Bravo will check back with you in 5 minutes if the fight is still going on in 5 minutes. Liddell takes the center of the octagon, and I think with that flurry, I think all three of us agree. Randy?
No question about that.
So Chuck may have the lead in the judges' scorecards.
Nice
good
kick
kick
by Tito. That was very nice.
I can't tell if they're yelling Chuck or Tito.
Who can tell?
It is loud here. Tito covers up. Chuck continues to tee up. Combinations, uppercuts.
Chuck
look at the handstand. Head down, down.
Chuck Liddell wins it. Tito's out.
Has knocked down Tito Ortiz.
Unbelievable.
Finished it all. With a vicious combination.
Nasty. He found his range at the end of that first round. He came out and settled in, and he landed a devastating combination and followed right through.
Wow.
It is
He got him in the
all
corner
over.
and just shot it down.
Chuck Liddell knocks out Tito Ortiz.
Outstanding. Wow. Chuck Liddell. Tito is devastated. He is busted up. If you can get a close-up on Tito's face, he is a mess.
He
Chuck
took
just
4 or
opened
5
up.
good shots right there in a row, straight down the middle.
I've never seen Chuck go at somebody with that kind of intensity.
That hand speed was reminiscent of Vitor Belfort or Phil Baroni.
Let's take a look at the end of the fight here. Chuck just supremely confident. One after another.
Oh, that right hand right there.
Oh, Tito just wilts under the power.
There is not a single butt in a single seat
Oh,
as Tito is knocked out by Chuck Liddell.
Unbelievable.
what a barrage. There was no place to hide there.
Chuck Liddell is back.
Undoubtedly the greatest win of Chuck Liddell's life. Tito chose to stand up with Chuck, Randy, and Tito picked his poison, and in the end, it proved to be lethal.
It sure did, and you know, he looked good that whole first round, but Chuck, right at the end of the first round, it looked like he settled in and found his range. And he showed it coming out in the second. He landed a barrage of punches.
George Clooney impressed. We are impressed. The world is impressed. Juliette Lewis rooted for the right fighter tonight, didn't she? Wow. He just kept bringing it and bringing it, Randy.
He sure did. Mixed in the hooks and the straight punches, found a way through that guard of Tito's. What a barrage of punches. Look at that. Oh, that right hand right there. Whew.
Bruce Buffer, take it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner at 38 seconds of the second round. For the winner by knockout, the Iceman, Chuck Liddell.
All right, gentlemen, you've been given your instructions. I expect a clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, go back. Let's do this.
Anderson Silva. Sonnen. UFC middleweight championship is on the line.
You ready? Let's fight!
Here we go. Silva comes out in the black and yellow trunks. Chael threw a kick and Anderson caught it. Southpaw, Chael Sonnen, white trunks. Southpaw against southpaw. Sonnen will push the pace. Ah, the chance of Silva. Whatever it takes.
Oh,
Sonnen rocked him. He hurt him. Big shot by Chael Sonnen. Uppercuts. Oh my goodness. He hurt him again. Sonnen strikes early.
Wow. Who would have expected that? He's got him down. Look at it. Anderson got him down.
Chael Sonnen.
Chael's got a hold of a guillotine. He's going to use that to stand up, and he does.
He's bringing it as promised.
He hurt him again.
Left hand. Wow. And again. Anderson with his hands down, Joe. Big shot.
This is where Chael Sonnen shines.
He connected with some vicious strikes.
He moves into half guard.
He's got the arm pin, Joe. Chael Sonnen.
And Chael Sonnen is one of the very best in the world at grinding and beating guys up from the top position. Very difficult to shake off from this spot. Nate Marquardt couldn't do it. Yushin Okami couldn't do it.
To the body. Silva wants to wall walk. The takedowns we expected. Dominant in the striking game early. I don't know if anybody did.
Yeah, we did not expect him to catch him with that left hand and hurt him like that. And again, controlling the legs, pinning his wrist down. Anderson's trying to use that butterfly and elevate him using his foot here. But Chael's going to stay on top of him, keep his weight on him. And this is what Chael's best at, that wrestling background. And he's hitting him with some big shots.
Catching him every time, Joe. Now he's got his back. Trying to set him up, trying to lock in a choke. Remember, Anderson Silva, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
What Chael is very good at here, Mike, is control. He's probably not going to try to throw the hooks in. He's just going to stay on and roll with them as he did there.
Half guard now. Another big shot by the challenger. Full guard now for Silva. As dominant as we have seen anybody against Anderson Silva. But it's very early, and it's a 5-round fight.
Yeah, what it is a matter of how much damage can he do in this position, how much wear and tear can he put on Silva.
Oh my! You could hear that one. Now with a quick left.
Into half guard again. And watch for the elbows, that push down elbow. Nice uppercut, he didn't see that coming. Snuck it under the armpit.
Again, Joe.
Pin that right arm down, he's gonna hit him with the left, and Anderson knows it, that's why he's trying very hard to control that wrist of Chael Sonnen's. And he hits him with it. Anderson moves back to full guard.
Silva.
And Chael hits him again. And again, and again, and again.
Over and over again. He's getting punished by Chael Sonnen.
This is gonna take
45 seconds.
Oh, big shot!
Big one.
And this is gonna side control. This is gonna take a tremendous amount of confidence away from Anderson as well.
Full guard, 30 seconds. Chael Sonnen could not have asked for a better start. And he set it up by outstriking Anderson Silva early in the fight. 10 seconds.
This is more shots than Anderson Silva has taken in his entire MMA career.
Round one, Chael Sonnen. Now we have ourselves a fist fight. The talking has stopped, the fighting has been controlled by the challenger. Anderson Silva quickly comes out in round two.
Nice leg kick by Anderson.
Anderson's ignited.
And he's down again.
Takes him down again. Title fight, 5 5-minute rounds.
Nice elbows from the bottom by Anderson. Chael's trying to step over into half guard. Trying very hard to get past that right knee of Anderson's. Anderson fighting it. Chael moves to half guard.
And he's avoided damage on the way in with these takedowns. He's avoided all damage. The chants of USA here in the sold-out Oracle Arena, Oakland, California.
And Anderson trying to do what he did to Dan Henderson, which is stifle the attack by just holding on to him. Now he's boxing his ears. Look at this.
And Anderson
believe it or
holding on
not,
to him,
that
so
is
he's got no
effective.
defense, right?
That does not feel good.
Chael Sonnen.
And Chael trying to break it free here. Chael may also use this opportunity as Anderson holds on to him to try to pass the guard.
Chael said, win or lose, Anderson Silva will know he's been in a fight. Silva, 11-0 in his UFC career. But getting battered
Big left
here.
hand by Chael Sonnen.
Longest win streak in UFC history is in serious jeopardy. Back and forth. The shots to the champion.
And that's the kind of stuff that Chael Sonnen does. Those aren't the biggest shots in the world, but he's never going to let you rest.
And he'll never go away. Powerful shots again.
Good elbow from the bottom by Anderson.
Chael's conditioning has always been superb. And we have not seen Silva pushed like this. Trying to posture up. Silva has control of the right wrist. The left is open. From
Good
the
elbow.
bottom. And the elbow, as Joe said, right to answer the shot by Silva. 2 minutes remains in the second round.
Well, Anderson's doing a better job of defending himself in this round. He's going for an armbar here. Chael's got to be very careful if Anderson can control that wrist.
Big shot again. Missed with that one. Seconds, smothering the champion. Looking for a hammer fist or two.
He's got to be careful all the while, though, of submissions from the bottom. Anderson is capable of throwing those arms up, and there he goes.
His corner said, watch for the triangle.
Yep, and the arm bar as well.
The triangle.
He's trying to control the wrist. Nice.
Mixing things up very nicely. Elbows to the thigh, more shots to the body and head.
And again, Anderson trying very hard for that armbar.
Another big round for Sonnen. UFC Middleweight Championship.
Anderson's got his back up against the cage. Would like to get back up to his feet here. Let's see if he's capable of doing it. Chael takes his back. Anderson looking for a Kimura.
Trying to work on the arm of Chael Sonnen. 15 seconds.
Look out for his leg. Anderson's got to be careful of his leg here. Chael's leg's in a bad position.
And he's
out.
Final seconds of the round, Joe.
And he nails it.
Silva came out and really tried to open things up at the beginning of round 2 with his striking, Joe. Chael was able to take him down right away, though. Back on the feet for the start of round 3. Big swing by the champion. There's a lot left in this fight. A lot left. Silva
Dancing around and looking to engage. He does with a spinning back kick. Chael pushes forward again.
He's got him down again. And this is the difference between the Damian Maia fight, the Talas Leites fight, is that when Chael gets into the 3rd and 4th round, he can still take Anderson down.
Yep.
He can still threaten with it. Anderson can't dance away from him. And Anderson, again, trying for that Kimura, but Chael's on top riding him. And notice he doesn't put the hooks in. He just rides. He rides the back. That way, when Anderson turns, if Anderson tries to throw him into his guard or attack a leg, Chael will just ride it, spin with him, and wind up on top.
Continuously with the knees. Chael Sonnen staying busy from this position. Trying to soften up Anderson Silva.
And he isn't hitting him with the biggest shots in the world, but they're relentless. And Anderson's got to defend himself.
Anderson taking multiple shots here.
And again, they're just slow, you know, throbbing, pounding punches, nothing big.
Put his hand up
And
a
he
moment
rolls,
ago, now
and
he
notice,
spins
see,
and gets
Chael
the guard.
stays on top of him.
Silva in a better spot, getting the guard, trying to control Chael Sonnen, but having a difficult time each round getting back to the feet.
And this is the type of fight that wears on you. Now, the question about Anderson in the Damian Maia fight was, did he tire? Why did he coast the last 2 rounds? Well, if he was tired in that fight, what's it going to be like going into the 4th and 5th in this fight? Because he's been carrying Chael Sonnen's weight on him. He's been getting beat up. He's been frustrated. He's been getting taken down.
All-American at the University of Oregon. The chance of Sonnen.
And Anderson locking a body triangle down. Now, you cannot attack from this position. The only thing you can do from the body triangle is possibly attempt a Kimura and then let the body triangle go. But really, it's more to stifle the guy who's on top and restrict
Man,
his
look at
breathing.
that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The rabbit punches.
But he can't get as much into him as he can with an open guard or even a regular closed guard. When Anderson has that body triangle, it makes it much more difficult to generate offense from the top. But he's also not going to be able to attack. He's not going to be able to sweep.
To the body. And to the head.
And he lets go of the body triangle.
Wrestling 101, Chael Sonnen. Two-time University Greco-Roman national champion. Olympic alternate. And the thing most important coming to this fight is everything Chael Sonnen said he believed. He believed he could win this fight, and so far, he looks
He's
brilliant.
got to be careful of the triangle. Anderson was trying to control his wrist there, throw that triangle up. And he's turning right here. He's trying to go for an armbar as he's moving his hips, but Chael Sonnen very aware of it. And he nails him again.
Most believe he is the most talented fighter in the sport, Anderson Silva.
But the big question is always going to be, or always has been, what happens when he fights a really good wrestler? He fought Dan Henderson. The first round he was taken down. The second round he caught Dan, hurt him, and then finished him off with a rear naked choke on the ground. This is the second time he's fighting a really good wrestler.
And it's been 3 rounds, Joe, like that first round that you just talked about.
Well, even more successful. Dan was not as successful in the first round as Chael has been. Dan really just managed to take him down and control him, but Anderson tied him up and prevented a lot of damage.
And he lit him up with some strikes. 30 seconds remain in the 3rd round. Championship fight. 5 5-minute rounds.
Chael's turning it on now.
Punishing the Spider.
I wonder what kind of advice Steven Seagal is going to give him. I'm serious. I'd really like to hear it.
Wow. Chael Sonnen credits a bunch of his work ethic to his late father, who passed away in '03, and he promised his father he would one day be a world champion. Maybe tonight's the night. Right out to take the center of the octagon, left hand by Silva. Kick to the body by Anderson. Elbow buckles him. Here comes Anderson Silva.
Chael's got a hold of him again, but can't control.
Anderson with a kick to the body again.
Big left hand by Chael.
Stiff jab, swing and a miss by both men. Sprawl.
Chael's on the bottom.
Anderson Silva on top. His corner said it perfectly. This fight is far from over.
Watch your 12-6. More 12-6 elbow.
Here comes the champion. Can he keep him down, though?
Chael's got him over. Reversal.
How good was that?
That's wrestling, baby.
Couple of big kicks to the body of Chael Sonnen early.
I mean, that's really how dominant he is as a wrestler. Even when he's on the bottom, he can turn it around. Now, Anderson's got to be very, very frustrated now. He's hit him with some good shots. He's still there, and he has not been able to stop him from taking him down or controlling him when they go to the ground.
He has put him on his back as he promised, and he has beaten him up for the better part of now 4 rounds.
And he has forced Anderson to fight. I mean, Anderson is coming out each round when you know, he has to stand up. He's doing it with an urgency that we haven't seen from him before. He's taking some bombs here.
Chael Sonnen trying to become the new UFC middleweight champion. And the first man to defeat Anderson Silva in the octagon. UFC president talked about Chael Sonnen going into that fight against Nate Marquardt. Not a lot of people believed he would take out Nate the Great. He did it impressively, setting himself up for this opportunity tonight.
That was a huge confidence builder, too, because Nate Marquardt was thought to be the #1 contender in the middleweight division, and a lot of people thought he was the most well-rounded guy outside of Anderson, you know, in the middleweight division.
Chael's trying to pass, Joe.
Anderson's trying to use those butterflies is what it is, Mike, and Chael just basing.
There he is again, throwing the right hand and an elbow. The conditioning of Chael Sonnen as good as any. But Anderson won't go away. And he's getting beat up like we've never seen before.
Yeah, we've never seen him get dominated like this before. And no question, he needs a knockout or a submission to win this fight.
Absolutely.
Again, he tries to lock on that body triangle to slow the assault.
Just
He's got to be careful, though, leaving his arms in there. He's got to be careful he doesn't get caught. Look at the left arm of Anderson as Chael Sonnen straightens out his right arm. Be cognizant of that left arm. See how he's doing that? That's setting him up for an armbar. When he's holding on to that elbow right there, the thing is, does he have the energy? Does he have the ability to execute it?
Wow. Watch the long legs of Silva.
Yeah, he's looking for the opening to try to do that. Chael's bleeding, and it's from the elbows of Anderson from the bottom.
But he's just smothering Silva, Joe.
Smothering him and making him carry his weight.
Some heels. Anderson will try pretty much anything now. 30 seconds remain in the 4th round. From the bottom, it's the Spider. You want to talk about backing up everything you have said for the last 7 months?
Good elbows from the bottom by Anderson. Another
We
round.
are headed to round 5.
Another round for Chael Sonnen in the books. This is 4-0 in my opinion.
Chael Sonnen believes he is 5 minutes away from achieving his lifelong athletic dream of being a world champion. They are on their feet, sold out Oracle Arena. 5th and final round. Takedown avoided.
Anderson's still very light on his feet.
Oh, he tagged him! Again, he got him! Rocked him!
Unbelievable.
Just as it was in round 1.
I mean, is it too early for Chael to start celebrating? That's the question.
The
Side
chance
control.
of USA
He's
continue.
He's got a choke.
He's trying to finish the champion. Anderson gets his hips back under and back to full guard. Everything that has been said, all the interviews that have been done. And now the fight has been taken to Anderson Silva like we have never seen before.
The punch that looked like it knocked Anderson down was actually a slip. I was just showing the replay. Anderson ducked under it, lost his footing, and now he's in side control.
Lost his footing, ended up on his back, and let's see if he can get off his back.
And Anderson's trying to hip escape to get to a better position, but he's very tired at this point. He's been carrying Chael Sonnen's weight for all 4 rounds. And Chael's not going to let him go.
Are we 3 minutes away from having a new champion?
You know what? You can never count out a guy like Anderson Silva. There's a reason why he's a champion. He's got to know he's in a desperate situation. Let's see how much he's got left.
Another elbow
what kind
from
of
the bottom.
weapons he can pull out of his arsenal. But this is desperation time. This is do or die.
Wow.
Big punches from Chael Sonnen.
Sonnen is beaten. He is bloodied, but that's what he said he expected. He expected to have to go to battle. He expected to have to overcome.
But as tired as he is, he's in his spot. He is on top.
Said, I owe everything I've achieved in my life to the work ethic that my father taught me. And we're seeing it all come to fruition here tonight in this title fight.
And he's going to keep doing this.
Why not? Punch from the bottom by Anderson Silva. 11-fight win streak could very well be coming to an end. A record-setting win streak. Watch out!
Triangle!
This is trouble! This is trouble! Can he choke out Chael Sonnen? Can Anderson
Chael's in big trouble.
Silva
Chael's
finish
got his
this
legs.
fight?
He's got his legs across. That's what's. He's tapping!
It is all over! It is all over!
Wait a minute, what's going on here? Did he tap?
Josh Rosenthal has stepped in.
What is going on here? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. What's happening here?
Anderson Silva saying he tapped.
Did he tap or did he not tap? Let's take a look. It looked like he tapped to me. Let's see it again here. He slips it over, slaps on the triangle, pulls it tight, locks it in. Now, Chael Sonnen did what you're supposed to do. He stepped over with his legs. This is the way to counter the position. He stepped over.
There's the right hand.
That's a tap.
It is all over! Unbelievable! Watch the right hand of Chael Sonnen. Anderson the Spider Silva remains the UFC middleweight champion.
Joe said many times, Anderson Silva is never out of a fight. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Got beaten for 20 minutes. Seized the opportunity, locked in the triangle, and defends his title. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Rosenthal has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 10 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a triangle choke, and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson the Spider Silva!
All right, this is it. Well, we will have a clean, fair fight. You need to obey my commands, protect yourself at all times, and let's hook them up. Good luck.
Brock Lesnar. Frank Mir. His beautiful bride, Reina, formerly Sable in the WWE, here to support her husband tonight. Will he be the next big thing in the world of mixed martial arts? He is facing one of the best of all time. And here we go! How long will it take for Lesnar to go for a takedown? About 5 seconds! He's in half guard.
Frank Mir working towards a sweep. He's got his arm underneath the leg, the free leg of Lesnar.
The big question is,
He's taking
will
some punches
Lesnar
here.
just overpower Mir? Wait a second. Mazzagatti steps in.
In the back of the head.
He hits you in the back of the head. There's a timeout call.
Stand up.
Just a timeout.
Oh my goodness, they take a point away from Lesnar for the strike to the back of the head.
Wow. No warning.
Interesting.
You can see it in the replay here. Here's the shot to the back of the head. Just one shot, you know, while Mir turned away.
Exactly.
I think that
Might have got a second one in, Joe. I saw in the replay. Let's see if he goes for
body
another
kick
quick
by Mir.
takedown.
Good leg kick by Mir.
Oh, he rocks Frank Mir. Lesnar.
He's in a dominant position now. Mir's in a lot of trouble.
Quickly. Mir is in trouble. Lesnar
He's spinning around on him. Hammer fist
Lesnar
over and over
pounding
again.
away.
He's got to be careful.
Mir almost had the arm. Lesnar can't get too overconfident.
Lesnar's got to be very careful. Mir has a very dangerous guard.
He is teeing off, though, Brock Lesnar is.
But he's stuck inside the guard of Frank Mir.
Oh, big elbow.
He's got to be
Going
careful.
for the
Get his
arm
arm out of
again.
there.
Lesnar, back up.
It's going to be very difficult for him to pass the guard of Frank Mir. It's a very unusual guard. He's going for a footlock. He's going to open the leg.
Lesnar!
He's going to get it. He taps.
Over! Frank Mir defeats Brock Lesnar!
I just have to say right now that David Terrell called this last night. A fighter who fights in the WEC said, if Mir is going to catch him, the way he's going to catch him is with a footlock. He said traditionally wrestlers have always had that disadvantage. Wow. That's a big victory for Frank Mir.
Brock brought it.
Let's take a look at the action again. Now Frank, utilizing his very unusual guard. See, spins to that leg, grabs a hold of it, pins it, and puts a deep knee bar. And Brock Lesnar forced the tap.
Mir took some serious shots.
There are so few heavyweights that have such an agile guard. And here he gets it, he flips him over, locks a hold of it, pulls it in deep, and Brock Lesnar forced to submit. Huge victory for Frank Mir.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Steve Mazzagatti has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 30 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by tap out due to a knee bar, Frank Mir!
do the rules in the locker room. Watch me like commands all the time. Watch fake shows all the time. Watch us close to it now. Good luck to both of you. Oh, okay.
And if you bet on the prop that they would not touch gloves, and it's time to cash those
Just
tickets.
got paid, J.A.
Just
got paid.
Is that a prop? Is that really a bet?
I don't know.
You know more than I do, dude. Don't front.
TJ seemed willing. So here we go, 25 minutes if needed. TJ Dillashaw, Cody Garbrandt, one of, if not the biggest UFC Bantamweight Championship fight this octagon has ever hosted. Garbrandt in the black and gold of a champion, TJ Dillashaw switching stances as usual as in blue.
TJ has a remarkable ability to be calm in big fights. And you saw that in the Henan Barao fight. He came out fighting Barao like he was sparring, very loose and relaxed. And he looks that way now.
He's smiling. TJ Dillashaw is smiling.
Yeah, he loves competition. He loves to fight, and this is where he belongs.
The one thing the guys from Alpha Male say, if you can get TJ frustrated, he is willing to forget about the game plan and try to just fight you. And they feel if he does that, he opens himself up to get hurt bad by Cody Garbrandt.
And that's what happened in the Dominic Cruz fight. He started getting flat-footed, tried to KO Dominic, and really wasn't fighting to his best.
Yeah.
With Cody, you have to worry about split-second mistakes that can cause you to get knocked out.
Well,
that's the difference.
Well, you watch Cody and Cruz, every time Cruz threw a punch, Cody would respond with something, whether it be the hands or the kicks. So Dillashaw has to make sure that he sets him up. He can't throw blind kicks like this because Garbrandt, as athletic as he is able to evade the strikes and then return something. But when he returns, it's very powerful.
Yeah, his counters are wicked, they're fast, he has beautiful timing and precision accuracy with knockout power. There's extreme consequences for closing that distance with Cody Garbrandt.
Garbrandt really feels like he can use TJ's status as a competitor and his ego against him. He said, I can be the knife that cuts him. Don't miss The Walking Dead, new episodes every Sunday at 9, 8 Central, only on AMC.
TJ's doing a lot of smiling, a lot of mugging, and Cody is very stoic.
Cody's trying to trap him. TJ Dillashaw has the better footwork. He's the guy that moves a lot more. But Garbrandt has unbelievable speed and power and throws in combination, and every punch is thrown with intent to knock you out. Dillashaw can hurt you in a number of ways. Feet, hands, knees. But Garbrandt can put you out with his hands. He mixes up his kicks to try to get to the punches.
Well, Cody feels like he owes TJ something, at least for this title reign. He did well against him in practice when he was 1-0, and Dillashaw, and that success gave him confidence that he could do this and flourish for the champion.
Woo! It's getting hot in here.
Loaded up on that right hand, just out of range. Just about 3 minutes off the round 1 clock.
That was some reckless exchanging right there, gentlemen. These guys are getting wild.
And that's the danger on Garbrandt. You watch Garbrandt kind of give him a look, and that was more impressive than anything in the Cruz fight was the calm and patience that he showed in there with the best bantamweight in the history of the UFC.
Yeah, and his ability to counter so fast and such tight shots. Tight and compact and extremely accurate. Like, look at that left hook.
He's very fast, man.
Garbrandt comes from a family of fighters. His longtime striking coach, his uncle Robert Meese, one of the best in the game. Cody tells these stories of him and his brother Zach just beating the tar out of each other for 45 minutes. This is a born fighter.
You see TJ actually reset after he throws combinations because he wants to engage on his terms. He doesn't stay in there very long because he knows the danger of standing in front of Cody Garbrandt.
Cody's fantastic with his footwork too.
His eyes, man.
Avoiding everything.
He's got great eyes. He sees everything.
Under a minute here to go, round 1. Dillashaw, as yet, has had a hard time finding his range.
And Cody, when he moves away just enough. Just a master counter striker.
Right hand over
Good
the top
shots
of
to
TJ.
the body by Cody as well.
TJ is constantly switching stances. Oh, big right hand landed there by Dillashaw. For as much as these guys don't want to be considered the same, they do have that same fighter's mentality.
Oh! Big knockdown for Cody. There's the horn to end round one.
Right hand drops him bad.
Oh! At the blow, he's wobbling.
A late knockdown, putting a capstone on round one for the incumbent Cody Garbrandt.
That was a big knockdown. It was a strong punch, too. I mean, it was full force. He kind of coming in on the chin. We really don't know how hurt TJ still is.
But you saw the experience in the Dillashaw corner. They had ice on him immediately. They were trying to cool him down, try to bring him back. Oh, it's close. Now Cody's dancing. He's gaining confidence, but also trying to go TJ in to forget the game plan and just fighting him.
Garbrandt just so in the moment.
Sorry, John, but TJ's doing that now because he's become much more flat-footed. I mean, he's loading up now. Look at this. He's loading up and trying to blast kicks in. He's standing flat-footed. It's a different TJ now after he got hit. He's trying to get it back.
He's listening to Coach, though. Coach said you don't have to set up every kick. Sometimes you can just blast them, throw the body kick, throw the leg kick. Don't worry about setting them all up. That's great, but you got to be careful not to allow Garbrandt a chance to counter.
Well, he looks fine as far as the way he's moving. He looks like he's fully recovered.
You wondered when TJ might shoot, telegraph that shot a little bit. Head strikes to this point in time, all Cody Garbrandt outlanding Dillashaw 13-3.
I don't understand this. Dillashaw's a good guy. I don't quite understand why.
Oh, he caught him with a head kick. And a right hand as well.
That's exactly what Coach is asking for. Just give me kicks. They don't have to all be set up. Now here comes Dillashaw.
Back and forth we go, just over 3 minutes.
The kicks are what we were talking about. That is the difference between, oh, he caught him with the left hand, is that TJ has more weapons.
Yes.
And he uses them more often. Cody throws kicks, but he's really throwing kicks kind of to clear distance so he can land the punches.
Yes.
The punches are where his bread and butter's at. Was that audience yelling when I think they were yelling?
Yes, they were, and I don't quite understand it because Dillashaw's a great guy. I mean, I don't understand why to support your guy you have to disrespect the other.
I think it's just fun.
It just might be.
It might be, man.
I'm usually on the receiving end.
I know, but you got to think about it sometimes. Like, why are they doing that? I don't even think it's personal. I bet if they met you, they'd be nice.
Yeah.
Oh! He's hurt! Breaks down! Dillashaw trying to finish this fight! That's it! Wow! TJ Dillashaw has done it! Dillashaw now a two-time UFC bantamweight champion! He wrests the belt away from Cody Garbrandt. And this rivalry may not be ending anytime soon. Cody goes over to shake hands, a brief embrace, but
wow.
TJ Dillashaw is the hunted again.
He is still stunned.
He's still hurt, but he goes over there and he shows respect as you would expect.
Wow.
Garbrandt immediately goes over to his wife and his mom and signals I'm okay, but TJ Dillashaw, who would have thought after the end of round one that he could finish Garbrandt in round two? There is a new king at 135 pounds, TJ Dillashaw.
Well, he caught him with that left high kick. He stunned him with that and dropped him. But man.
Hey, get this guy. Somebody needs to get this guy. One of the corners is yelling at Cody Garbrandt. Somebody needs to get this guy out of here. Have some class. Congratulations, TJ Dillashaw, but you have to be humble in winning and also in defeat.
Yeah, I don't know who that guy is.
Not good by the corner, TJ Dillashaw. Don't ruin this kid's moment. Let's get to the replay, John.
It looked like he said he's my brother, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on there, but let's get the replay. It's brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
You see TJ Dillashaw. Hey, coach said to give me kicks, and TJ Dillashaw listened. Hurt Cody Garbrandt with a left high kick there. right there. Kicks Garbrandt, Garbrandt goes down. The toughness of Garbrandt allowed him to get back up to his feet and continue fighting. But this was just T.J. Dillashaw mixing the attack. Then right here, another one of these exchanges. Boom! Big right hook by T.J. Dillashaw. Drops Cody Garbrandt, and then he jumps on him for the finish. T.J. Dillashaw, we've always said, everybody said, that he's as skilled as they come. And look, if these guys fight 10 times, the results may vary. But on this night, big right hook by Dillashaw, drops Garbrandt, jumps on him, gets the finish. Congratulations to T.J. Dillashaw, two-time UFC Bantamweight champion.
Absolutely incredible, and again, he felt like he never deserved to lose this belt. And Dillashaw celebrating in the face of Cody Garbrandt.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Murgliata has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes, 41 seconds of round number 2, declaring the winner by knockout and new undisputed UFC Bantamweight champion of the world, T.J.
Room. I want you guys to do a clean fight, follow my orders at all times, defend yourself at all times. Touch gloves and let's do this.
No, not a chance. Wow. Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate. Ronda a heavy favorite at 7-1. Check out the betting odds at UFC.com. Title on the line. The champion. The challenger.
You ready? Are you ready? Let's go. Come
Tonight's clock brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. They swing in the middle of the octagon early. Ronda,
that's what she's got to look out for, is getting taken down by Ronda. She's got to stay on the outside. She's dragged her to the ground. She's on top.
Oh, nice punch.
Miesha's back up to her feet. She eats a knee. Nice knee to the thigh by Ronda.
Clinch game.
Nice knees by Ronda. Strong knees to the thigh.
That's showing how she has evolved, Joe, as a mixed martial artist.
Most certainly. Look, Ronda Rousey is smart. You know, she's nasty, but she's smart. She's going to work on every single aspect of her game. She wants to be champion for a long time. She's not going to rely on one weapon.
Connects with the left. And up the middle.
Front kick.
Wow, with her left foot, too. Nice kick by Miesha.
Good kicks to the thigh by Ronda.
Ronda's got to watch out for an up kick. Miesha on her back.
Miesha's looking for a triangle. She's got to get slammed. She's got to be careful.
She's working on it.
She got away from the armbar.
And another punch by Rousey. And again.
Good shots to the head by Ronda.
Miesha's
gets up. Miesha's got Ronda down. In full guard, though, she's got to be very careful when she's in full guard. You got to look out for these arm bars, and she hits them from both sides.
A lot of good strikes by Ronda, Joe.
Unquestionably, and from the bottom as well. And she's turning her hips. She's so strong in this position. And Miesha's got to keep that elbow past the crotch. That's part of the key to staying away from these arm bars.
Watch the glove.
When they met before, the armbar ending was at 4:27 of the first round.
Ronda's guard is so strong. She's so good at squeezing those legs together and keeping you trapped inside of them.
Ronda.
And she's going to try to attack the left arm. See, she's got the right arm protected, but Ronda's setting her up for the left arm. She'll pull that left arm across her hips, and then she'll switch. Now she's going to switch. She's going for a triangle now.
Miesha's got to be careful. She's in a, even though
she's busting her up with elbows.
She's in a bad spot here.
Well, she's also setting her up. She's busting her up with elbows, and she's gonna switch. And she's softening her up from this position. She's looking for that left arm of Miesha Tate.
Now, it is worthy of note, Miesha, the only fighter to overcome 3 knockdowns in a fight and come back to win. So we know she's durable.
She's setting up the triangle. She doesn't quite have it locked up. She's on the elbows, but man, Miesha's busted up. And she keeps pushing that arm across the face. Now Miesha's got to get out of there.
And she goes right back at her.
Miesha tags her.
Pushing forward.
Good left hook by Miesha.
Yeah. Here we go.
Right hand by Ronda, and a good left by Miesha.
Nice connection again. Tate again with the combination.
Good right hand by Misha.
On top,
Beautiful
140
job.
on the clock.
Beautiful takedown by Ronda.
90 seconds in the round.
Misha's got to hang on to that leg. She's not wanting Ronda taking her back. Misha's got to explode out of this position. Look out for the arm. Her left arm's in jeopardy here.
Some strong strikes again.
And Misha's on top.
Wow. No one has made it out of the first round against Ronda Rousey in her 7 professional fights. Looking for a takedown again.
Ronda gets it down again.
Man,
Beautiful
that judo
job.
is so awesome.
She's so technical at it. Just recognizes where the weight is going, capitalizes on the momentum. Good shots to the body by Ronda. The chant of Misha.
Lets her up. 30 seconds.
Good right hand by Misha. And look how she immediately blocks those hips. Very smart.
Oh, nice.
Very smart. But when Ronda has that grip on you, she's just so physically strong and so adept at throwing bodies around. It's hard to describe the kind of strength that a high-level judo player has.
Misha looks at the clock, 10 seconds. Well, Misha's gonna make a little history here. First time Ronda Rousey, Ronda Rousey.
Misha's smiling.
Yes, she is. Don't forget our clock tonight, brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. Again.
She tripped her easy.
Up kick.
Good up kicks by Misha.
Yep.
Oh, those are excellent.
And it makes Ronda move away. She got punched again.
She hurt her with those up kicks, Mike.
Misha now looks for the takedown.
Oh, my goodness.
And again, Ronda with that judo.
It's just sensational. The way she capitalizes on the momentum, perfect timing.
If you were Misha, would you stop shooting, Joe?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because she's good on the feet.
She shouldn't be shooting in the first place. I mean, part of it's probably an ego thing that she wants to take Ronda down, but get away from that.
4 takedowns for Ronda.
It's just the level of judo that Ronda has is just something that's very, very hard to deal with. And Ronda's got her back.
Her mother, of course, the first American female to be a world champion. And Ronda, the first American female to medal in the Olympics in judo.
Misha trying to get back up here. She has absolutely made this a dogfight, though, Mike.
Which is what she wanted to do.
She wants to drag Ronda into deep water.
She's already in uncharted territory.
Look at the chance of Misha. Wow.
That was a question, Joe, a lot of people were asking, too.
Well, Misha's been here before.
Yes.
She was in a war with Kat Zingano. She's been in several wars throughout her career against tough fighters, and she's come back to win wars.
The Marlos fight is the one to talk about.
Absolutely. I mean, Marlos Kunin's a very, very talented woman, and she submitted her.
That came in round 4. 3 minutes on the clock here in round 2. Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Good punches to the face here by Ronda in the clinch. Misha gets her head on the other side smartly. Nice knee.
Answered though. Joe, as this fight continues to go deeper, you wonder mentally what goes through Ronda's mind. Right now,
she's
doesn't seem like
looking for
anything.
that left arm. That left arm's the one she's going to attack. She's keeping it between her legs. She's pushing down. She's going to step over. She's going to step over. Look at this. Misha's looking for the arm.
Wouldn't that be something?
It would be insane. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Misha lost the position, but now Ronda's on top of her with her left arm trapped.
She's got to be careful here. Knee on belly.
And Ronda mounts her. Ronda's trying to trap the left arm now. She scooted her knee up, and Misha's got to hip escape and get out of there, but she's got to make sure that while she's doing it, she doesn't extend her arms and give up the armbar.
More shots by Ronda Rousey.
Landing hard shots to her face.
Naoya Yamasaki right on top of the action.
And she's going to go for the arm.
Can she get it here?
Plenty of time to go.
Working for it.
Uh-oh, she's got it extended. Oh, my goodness.
Misha trying to fight it off.
Misha's got it out of there. She's got it out of there.
Wow.
Beautiful job by Misha.
Listen to this crowd.
Good defense by Misha Tate. She's almost back up on her feet.
More punches. What a fight.
What a fight indeed. She just escaped from a fully stretched out armbar. And now Ronda's looking to get a reverse triangle on her. She's trying to cinch it up.
She's got some time.
She's cinching it up. She's caught in a triangle here. Misha's aware. She's got her hands stuffed between the legs to try to give herself some space. But she's in deep, deep doo-doo right now.
And a lot of time to work. Ronda.
She's in a lot of trouble. Look how she's stepping over, though. Misha's smartly stepping over, trying to separate those legs with her right foot. See how she's getting it and wedging it in between the legs?
25 seconds.
Misha's got to survive here. Not much time, but that hand is keeping her alive. Her left hand. The left hand is stuffed in between the triangle, and it's giving her just enough space to breathe.
Wow. 10. Big round for Ronda Rousey.
And she will get out of here.
To round 3.
This is an incredible fight. It's in this fight, Mike.
Misha is a submission wrestler.
Come on.
And she trains with her boyfriend, Brian Caraway, Ricky Lundell. She knows what to do on the ground, both offensively and, as she showed tonight, Joe,
Watch
defensively.
Watch the fence, Ronda. I'm watching. Watch the fence.
They work in the clinch. Ronda wants to take her for another ride.
Well, Ronda's got her in position now.
Yeah.
And this is Ronda's world. Misha's got to really drop her weight down to avoid this. If she lets Ronda get her hips underneath her, she's going to go flying. And Ronda will take her forward or backwards, and that's what she just does. But Misha lands up on top. Look at this!
Wow.
If Misha's got to, if she can get that arm out of there, she's got to get that left arm out of danger. Ronda's slowly spinning her around.
Still working for it.
She's in trouble.
Oh, no.
It is all over. She tapped.
Ronda Rousey remains the UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion. Winner by armbar.
Wow, she went to shake Ronda's hand and Ronda walked away from her. Wow.
Misha lasted longer than anyone in Ronda's career, but still the finish is the same as the 7 previous wins. Ronda Rousey.
Misha showed a lot of heart, she showed a lot of defense, but ultimately the judo of Ronda Rousey, the grappling, and that one spectacular technique that she hits over and over again.
Fight replay brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. She remains the champion. She worked for it in the first round and in the second round. And finally, Ronda was able to finish the fight once again by armbar and defeat Misha Tate for the second time and defend her title for the first. Congratulations, Ronda Rousey. She is 8-0, 2-0 in the UFC, and the greatest women's 135-pound fighter in the world. And no handshake afterwards, and the crowd reacts.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Naoya Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 58 seconds of the 3rd round, declaring the winner by tap out due to an armbar, and still the undisputed UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion of the world, Ronda Rousey.
Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to keep this clean. Touch gloves and let's do it.
TJ willing to touch. Cody says no thanks. To quote my man Joe Rogan, this place is definite right now. What a pop for Cody Garbrandt. The buzzword for Cody has been adjustments. We'll see if he made the requisite ones in advance of this rematch with the Bantamweight King, TJ Dillashaw, and we are underway. Garbrandt takes the center of the octagon in blue. TJ Dillashaw in the black and gold, befitting a champion.
These boys are smiling at each other before the fight started, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of jabbering going to go on back and forth. TJ's giving him a big grin, dancing around in front of him. Oh.
Can we have a fight like the one we just saw? Oh. Can I take it? Hit the defibrillator. Get it ready.
Dillashaw embraces fight week to such an extent. He's smiling because there's no place he'd rather be than fighting another man in an octagon.
Especially this one. I mean, he just loved the fact that he was able to stop Cody in that first fight, and he's been grinding that salt into the wound ever since.
Garbrandt has said repeatedly this week that speed is the biggest factor in this matchup, that of all TJ's skills, the one thing he can't come close to matching is Garbrandt's speed.
And in the build-up, you notice Cody Garbrandt trying to be a little more calm, a little more patient, trying not to lead with his emotions as he did the first time.
He's also throwing more kicks, like right away.
Yes, that's it right there.
And again, not to belabor this, but when Cody went into that fight with a bad back, it changes his stance.
Nice counterattack by Dillashaw, but Garbrandt landed a good right hand.
Dillashaw to the body. Garbrandt misses on the spinning attack. Cody said when his back was at its worst, he said it was hard to even visualize himself in the octagon.
Oh, good shot to the body by Cody. Front kick to the body.
He's throwing way more kicks this time.
Yeah.
Oh, he hurt him. He just hurt TJ. But TJ landed a counter.
They both hurt each other, I believe.
Wow.
I think TJ might have hurt him with that right hand.
These boys are fast.
Oh, look at that.
Dillashaw, a feint heavy attack here early on. Garbrandt points down to the center of the octagon, says, meet me there.
A lot more kicks by Cody. They've made an adjustment for sure.
Dillashaw has built his own camp in California. Little slip there. Garbrandt time to take advantage. Counter right from Dillashaw.
He got him again. It's the same mistake as the last time Garbrandt made. He goes in there trying to finish, and TJ counters.
Garbrandt fighting hands, trying to recover. 2 minutes to go in the round.
He's doing a good job of holding on to TJ's hands.
Hammer fist from Dillashaw here. Garbrandt back to his feet. We'll see if he has recovered.
His legs are still a little wobbly.
Dillashaw with a big mouse under that right eye.
There's plenty of time here.
Dillashaw wisely gets that left guard up.
It's when they get into these long exchanges, TJ hurts him. Cody still hasn't recovered fully yet.
Yeah, he still looks wobbly.
Cody's looping, trying to knock TJ out, whereas TJ is a lot tighter in there.
Another right hand. Garbrandt nearly out on his feet. Big right hand. Oh, TJ Dillashaw gonna close this out. Garbrandt trying to recover. A warning from Herb Dean for a shot to the back of the head. Garbrandt in a world of trouble. Big knee.
Oh, that's it.
TJ Dillashaw has done it again. 2-0 over Cody.
He did it quicker this time.
There is no question as to who is the king of the bantamweights, and you might be looking at the greatest 135-pound fighter of all time.
There's no question.
And he's finishing them.
He's the greatest.
He's finishing fights. You can see him loading, and TJ's just a little bit tighter. And once you're hurt in front of TJ Dillashaw, it's over, man. You cannot afford to be on wobbly legs in front of a guy like this that knows how to finish, because he will find the shot that will close the show. When he couldn't finish Cody here, he landed that knee. Watch it right here. He's beating him up. He's beating him up, trying to find a kill shot. That's not working. Soon as Cody turns, TJ goes high clinch knee. It's over. At this point, Cody Garbrandt's done. I know he didn't go to the ground, and he wants to continue to fight.
Right.
But that's because he's a fighter. Fight was done. Great stoppage. Look, all heart Cody Garbrandt, but TJ Dillashaw was the better man tonight.
Herb Dean seemed to give him a lot of opportunities to stay in the fight. He chooses to intervene there. And TJ Dillashaw reigns supreme in this rivalry yet again. The official decision brought to you by Metro PCS. Get knockout coverage of the UFC on a network that covers 99% of people in the US. One final time tonight. Here's Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 10 seconds of the very first round. Declaring the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC bantamweight champion of the world, TJ Dillashaw.
All right, gentlemen, we're going over your instructions backstage. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're going to have a clean fight. Touch gloves, let's make it official.
Brock Lesnar, Frank Mir, UFC heavyweight title fight.
You ready? Let's go.
First thing I'm noticing is Frank Mir's left leg is very, very taped up. His knee, all up his knee is taped up. Now, I don't know if that's because he's injured or because he wants friction if he grabs a hold of something in a guard and he wants Brock Lesnar to not be able to slip out.
Brock with the inside leg kick early, Joe, pawing, trying to keep Frank Mir at distance.
Frank Mir looks very calm and collected here. And Brock immediately goes for the takedown. Frank dives down. He's got a hold of a leg.
And he slips to half guard. Joe, we've heard no reports of any trouble with the left knee or the left leg of Frank Mir.
You never know, though.
You never know.
You never know.
Well, and as you know, the way these guys train, rarely do we have a fighter truly at 100% when he finally enters the octagon. The one thing you notice here is Lesnar being very patient. He's got Frank Mir down, but he's not swinging away, trying to finish it right away like he did the first time.
Yeah.
Thus, he got caught.
He doesn't want to take any chances, and Frank very relaxed on the bottom.
Let's work. Come on, let's work, Brock.
Now, this is Frank's game. The more Brock falls into this, the more Brock is not ground and pounding and just trying to grapple with him. He runs the risk.
Let's work.
You see that? You see that hematoma?
Oh, yeah, and
right
short
side.
elbow, and there's a cut on the bridge of the nose of Mir as well.
But as I said, the more Brock grapples with Frank on the ground, the more he runs the risk of being submitted, especially right now when both of them are slippery.
Well, you notice, too, Brock's trying to stay chest on chest. He doesn't want to leave any gap.
Good punches by Brock there.
Between him and Frank Mir to allow Mir to spin the hips and work a submission.
Yeah, he's controlling Frank's head and punching him in the face, and these are hard punches.
Pushes the arm back. And again, delivers a shot.
And now Frank is protecting his face with his hand, but he's bleeding, Mike.
Brock is firing away. And again, he's got that pressure, Joe, of chest on chest.
Yeah, and Brock can generate incredible amount of power in that short distance. Frank very relaxed on the bottom, though. You see, he's not really trying to fight it off.
Let's work, Brock. Let's work.
Brock's pace very deliberate.
Those punches are very hard.
Championship fight. 5-minute rounds.
Frank just looked over at his corner and said, I'm okay, I'm okay.
Brock just teeing away.
Man,
that one got through.
Yeah, now he realizes he's got to move. These are hurting.
2 minutes. remains in round 1. That is just a big, powerful dude.
Yeah, he is doing a lot of damage here, Mike. Frank Mir's nose is bleeding.
His cheek is all bruised up.
He just gave his corner the thumbs up, but that's all well and good. But you got those big lunch boxes slamming into your face. That's not a lot of fun. Oh, now he goes to the body and to the face.
90 seconds remains in the round.
All right, now Frank's in a better spot.
Frank looks around, looking for the clock, I would assume. All Brock here in round 1.
The way Brock is holding Frank's neck, he's almost got him in like a neck crank. He's holding the armpit and he's pushing the face forward. Frank can't move his head very well.
Brock was going body, face now too, Joe.
All right, this is much better for Frank. His head's free, but now, you know, he's taking some damage.
What Brock is, there's Brock's. Now Brock's got to be careful here, Joe.
Yeah,
when he leaves distance, yep, exactly. Frank's going to start to move and look to lock something in. And that may be the best thing he's done here in round 1 is chest on chest. Good hammer fist. Well, this one's lasted much longer than the first one already.
Underhook by Frank, and he's going to use that to either try to stand up or he's going to go under the right leg of Brock Lesnar. He's running out of time here.
Final seconds of round 1, hammer fist again. The champion wins round 1.
Fight.
Round 2.
Frank, and they go to the ground.
Wow, Brock's gonna let him up. 106-5 as a collegiate wrestler.
Good left hook by Mir. Nice knee by Mir.
He caught him with the knee.
Oh, he jumped up a flying knee, a la Uriah Faber.
But now Brock's on top again. Joe, I'm astounded that Brock stood back up. Brock's best game plan is to do exactly this. Not get into a strike fest with Frank Mir.
If he doesn't work here, Herb Dean's gonna stand him up. Herb is warning them right now. Frank is getting beat up here. He's taking some big shots and his face is splattering blood all over his shoulder. The power shots of Brock Lesnar. He's got so much power in those fists, Mike.
Up against the fence.
Frank's in big trouble.
That's it. Trying to finish it.
That's it.
Herb Dean is there, and it is all over.
He's out.
Brock Lesnar is the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion.
Wow.
That's not going to win him any fans.
That was real.
He cares.
That's I don't think he cares at all. That was some real emotion.
He said, talk all the shit you want now.
And here you see this just big, powerful fist come down on Frank Mir's face. Frank is pressed up against the cage, and as soon as he turned over, referee Herb Dean gave him plenty of chances, but he realized that Frank wasn't getting up.
Total domination.
The power of Brock Lesnar in these punches, and And again, Frank just stuck there, pinned up against the cage, unable to move.
Brock Lesnar, who grew up on a struggling dairy farm.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 48 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar!
Protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch left, do it now, go back to your corner. Good. Give me the towel now. Give me the towel.
If they're gonna touch in a second. Chael Sonnen.
Wipe him off.
Anderson Silva.
Anderson wiped Vaseline from his face with his fingertips on his arms and chest, and Yves Lavigne just wiped that off.
Once again, we are underway.
There's that power double, and he's down.
Tonight's clock brought to you by Bud Light. Here we go. Quick takedown by Sonnen.
Man.
Chael Sonnen was all over Anderson Silva in round 1 in the first fight.
Anderson's doing a good job of covering up here, controlling the posture of Chael Sonnen.
In fact, he landed more significant strikes against Anderson Silva in round 1 of the first fight than any UFC opponent had in an entire fight.
Anderson's tying up the left arm with a strong overhook. Now he switches to the right arm. Doing a good job of avoiding ground and pound here. Chael is slowly working him up against the cage. Anderson's also doing a good job of using his butterflies to stretch out the legs of Chael, put him in awkward angles. Now he's got feet on the hips, and Chael's trying to pass. The cage is in his way. Anderson stops in his tracks. Now he's in half guard. Now we will see if Chael Sonnen attempts this time to submit Anderson Silva instead of just ground and pound. As I said, he brought in Jiu-Jitsu world champion Vinny Magalhães into his corner, into his camp, to help him prepare for this fight. We saw how good his submission skills were against Brian Stann.
Just boxing the side of the head of Anderson Silva, technique he used in the first fight.
He's still stuck inside the half guard.
Let's go, guys, work! Anderson controlling the posture very well.
Chael is trying to get that leg free. He's trying to step over the feet of Anderson. You see, Anderson uses that pulled back foot, that hook, to hold the shin bone and keep Chael Sonnen's leg in place.
Can Anderson neutralize him enough to force a stand-up?
Knees to the body now by Chael, but they probably don't have too much steam on him because of the fact that his other leg is locked into position.
Be careful with you.
Anderson taken down somewhat easily early.
Go, guys.
Is this Anderson's way of telling Chael, all right, throw your best at me?
All right, now he turns his back to Anderson and holding on to an arm. Chael's got to work on passing that guard. Big punch from the top.
Anderson working to advance his own legs. Good wrist control.
Chael's still stuck in that half guard, though.
He's been in top position for the majority of this first round.
Mike. Those were hard punches. That's the first time he got a free arm and really rained down some good shots. Left leg again, still caught inside the half guard. He's pulling his own foot closer to avoid the hook.
Go, guys, work!
Under 90 seconds here in the first of a potential 5. Posture controlled again by the champion.
Well, the real key to this, Mike, is that half guard, that he keeps bringing Chael's leg up and holding it and keeping Chael from advancing.
Silva pointing at his head, saying nothing.
Again, Chael still stuck inside that half guard.
There he got it. He's got time too, Joe. 45 seconds to work.
Be careful with your finger.
He's dropping his chest down on it, but unable to land some significant strikes.
He has the mount, but has not thrown more than 2 or 3 strikes or done any damage.
And he has not looked for a submission either. Those arms are outstretched.
10 seconds.
Still a dominant round for the champion. Excuse me, the challenger, Chael Sonnen.
Round 1 to Sonnen again.
Spent the majority of the round inside the guard, but eventually progressed to mount.
That takedown came 6 seconds into the fight. Again, Sonnen pushes forward.
Don't hold the shorts.
He said it amongst many things. I'm going to put my head in his chest. I'm going to put him on his back.
Look at this. Anderson has a hold of Chael's leg here.
Good knee by Sonnen.
Solid knees by Sonnen here, but
Let's go, guys, work!
nothing really damaging. Drops down. Anderson trying to defend.
Good old-fashioned American wrestler.
Good defense by Anderson.
Looking to take the fight to the champion.
Separation by Anderson.
Silva trying to tee off now. Look at that. Chael will give him no space, Joe. And now Anderson starting to throw the strikes. Can he avoid getting taken down? So far. Wow, good takedown defense by Silva.
And that
could
was
be
something
an
that we
early
didn't
turning
see.
point. That is an early turning point in this fight. That's a knee.
Was that a knee to the face?
Yes, it was. That could be deemed a knee to a downed opponent. But the action continues. Anderson. Big right hand. Looking to finish the fight.
Chael's in trouble.
It is all over. Anderson Silva remains the UFC middleweight champion.
Wow.
Anderson Silva has defeated Chael Sonnen.
And Chael tried a spinning back fist. He slipped. Nope, that's to the body.
Yep.
That's a legit technique. Got on top of him and finished him off. It was a body shot that did him in. A brilliant job by the champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 55 seconds of round number 2. Declared the winner by TKO and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Anderson, the Spider Silva.
Ortiz and Liddell are
are set to fight again.
Inside leg kick by Chuck.
Liddell will wait and pray. Let's see how long it takes for Tito to look for the first opportunity to take this fight down. Chuck's sprawl is legendary.
He's got a lower stance, Chuck does, which creates his bent knees allow him to sprawl quicker if he needs to, rather than being a more puncher's position is straight up.
Tito's going to try to set up a potential takedown attempt with the hands or with the legs there, Randy.
Chuck coming out here with a low kick. I'm surprised that early he picked his foot up and be posted on one leg. More vulnerable being taken down in that position.
Left hook by Chuck.
Tito has a great look in his eyes. The old Tito is back.
Single leg.
And a great job by Tito. Got up, got the hands covered, because Chuck will come and try to punish you every time you try to take him down.
Tito swinging here.
Low single attempt, not set up at all. He shoots from the outside, and that's going to be a problem for him if he can't step into that range and put something in Chuck's face to set that shot up.
And Joe, that's something Randy talked a lot about, that Tito's got to be willing to get in there and engage if he's going to get the clinch or the takedown.
But the fear of that is when you engage, when you step forward, you run in those big nuclear warheads.
Absolutely, the risk is getting caught in that range, but it's the only way that you're going to get close enough and in deep enough to take a guy like Chuck Liddell down.
Tito throws a right.
What about getting Chuck to come to you?
Chuck's a very patient guy. I would see he's a counter fighter. You've got to give him energy. I would not see him, coming to Tito. I think he's going to wait for Tito because Tito has to come to him.
So you think you're better off feinting him and giving him a lot of pressure?
Yeah, you need a lot of head fakes where he doesn't know whether you're going to shoot or throw a punch. And then, that little bit of unknown, you can play off.
Fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Tito
catches Chuck with a right. Chuck's jaw is iron hard, though. Came over the top to Tito.
Tito is swinging for the fences.
Now Tito taking a book out of Chuck's chapter right there.
Couple nice inside leg kicks.
Absolutely.
Little cup check there by Tito. Evidently Chuck's winning those.
Well, you know what? Evidently, Tito knows that he has to engage, as you talked about, to get this fight into his position. But Tito's not the same Tito as the first meeting, saying, all right, you dared me to stand up with you. Eventually, he wants to take this fight down.
Tito's using that inside leg kick well and tries up high.
Chuck can damage you instantaneously.
He's got such long arms and an interesting build. When you look at him and you say, oh, he doesn't look like a fighter, but man, he manages to find the end of that fist and generate all that power time and time again.
Caught him with the right.
Tito's bleeding.
Tito's bleeding over the left eye. That was the right hand that was delivered by Liddell a moment ago.
It's a glancing blow, but enough to create the cut.
And the thing about these small gloves in mixed martial arts, you can train in boxing gloves all the time. You're used to covering your face in a certain way, but those little gloves, the hands, are so easy to get through, and that's what Chuck's so good at.
Chuck
smells the blood.
He does smell the blood. He's moving in for the kill.
Liddell looking for a finish early. He still believes he is in between the ears of Tito Ortiz.
Chuck pressing the action now, uncharacteristically for Chuck to move forward a lot in a lot of his fights. He'll wait and draw you in.
And as confident as Tito is, a lot of the members of his camp said he needs something to go well for him early to build that confidence inside the octagon. And getting clipped is not what he needed to happen.
Absolutely not. That creates a little desperation now.
He's hurt. Tito's down.
He's hurt
badly.
He is down. Chuck the Iceman Liddell is trying to finish the fight. Liddell trying to finish Ortiz.
Tito's still there. Tito's still there. He's protecting his head very well. He's not doing much to defend himself, but he's still got his arms in the way.
Great job done by Tito.
Tito is hanging in there.
Tito is going to survive, it seems, for now. What a job done by Ortiz.
A lot of time left in the round. Chuck being patient. He spent a lot of energy right there.
Tito's still wobbly. Tito's still wobbly. They are on their feet at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. "25 seconds remains in round one. What heart shown by Ortiz.
Chuck's hands at his waist. No respect for Tito's punching ability.
Good uppercut.
Caught him with an uppercut. Tito is bleeding profusely. But Ortiz looks as if he will survive round one.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go, come on!
Eddie, thank you very much. Mike Goldberg, Joe Rogan, Randy the Natural Couture. Glad to be with you tonight. Round one belongs to Liddell.
Tito wades in with a big right hand.
Followed that nice jab with a big right.
Tito needs to get this fight down to the ground.
He's got to hold the legs. Throws a body kick.
It's only a matter of time with Chuck Liddell if you pick the poison, which is Chuck's, and that is to stand with him.
He doesn't have a whole lot of options at this point, though. He hasn't been able to do anything else.
Chuck really settling in, trying to set up that big right hand. Nice job by Tito after the shot. Chuck countered the shot to follow with the kick as the clinch breaks. It's a great time to strike.
The chance of Chuck.
I like the fakes by Tito. He needs to keep Chuck off balance. Is he shooting or is he throwing a punch?
I've been saying for a long time, Randy, what I'd like to see tonight is a fight like you had with Pedro Rizzo, where one man was in control early, then another man came back, and then he had it taken away from him. And now Tito is in that position that you put Pedro Rizzo in. He's got to come back and try to start to control this fight.
Chuck showed the composure to know the fight wasn't going to end, and he backed off and saved his energy. Didn't punch himself out in that situation.
Well, I think he knows that that's a big part of Tito's game plan, is to drag this fight into the later rounds. Tito has amazing conditioning. He does all of his training up at altitude at Big Bear.
But to take some cardio away from Chuck, Tito has to do something to push that cardio.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what? To take some cardio away from Tito, you hurt him. That's what Chuck did. It looks like part of Tito's game plan is try to wing a big right hand on Chuck. He's thrown it a couple of times, and it looks like he's measuring him up for it.
Is there a danger because of the great job done with the hands in round one, Randy, that Chuck could actually get overconfident on the feet?
Well, he's certainly a little more aggressive in pressing the action, a little more stepping in and creating the exchanges rather than waiting and countering like he normally does. There's always that danger. With a 4-ounce glove, as you alluded to, there is not much room for error.
Don't want to start hanging those hands too much.
It's such an interesting difference because regular boxing style, it's just there's holes in that boxing style that you can't bring to the UFC, fighting with those small gloves. And you alluded to that before about covering the hands, covering your head up with those little gloves. Hands get through.
Not only the small gloves, but the threat of a takedown, the clinch, the dirty boxing, so many other facets of that stand-up striking range the boxers don't have to worry about. It changes what you do with your hands and how you strike.
And the fact that bobbing and weaving leaves you open to knees and kicks.
Well, Tito standing toe-to-toe with Chuck here in round two.
Nice right hand by Tito that time.
Tito with a good body shot to Chuck Liddell.
Very nice by Tito.
Again, shooting from the open. There's no way you're going to take a wrestler down like Chuck Liddell from way out there.
And again, you got to be careful on your way up because Chuck oftentimes will throw that right on the way up. Tito able to cover it right at the last second that time.
So, Randy, you think he should be throwing some combinations and tie that takedown into the combination?
He's got to wait till Chuck steps in and throws his combination, change levels in that transition, and get in deep on Chuck to take him down, or create the combinations and throw his own, and then follow it with a good deep shot.
Randy, when you beat Chuck, you utilized the clinch, and then you swept the leg. It wasn't always just a double leg or a single leg. Can Tito close and do that?
Tito landed that right hand.
Can Tito utilize the clinch?
I think he could. I don't know why he doesn't, because I've trained a little bit with him, and he's very good from that position. He's a good wrestler. He's great when he gets his hands on you.
Tito also seems to be throwing that high kick with the right leg. That might be another part of his game plan.
Second round, fight scheduled for 5-minute rounds. Two of the most popular men in UFC history.
Again, Tito loading up with the big right hand. And Chuck does keep his hands remarkably low. There's the takedown.
Now there's an opportunity. Tito takes Chuck down.
Watch for the knee bar if Tito leaves his leg dangling between Chuck's feet.
First bit of momentum for Tito Ortiz in the fight. Now he can utilize control. But now he's in that clinch.
Good elbow.
In the clinch. Chuck gets out of the clinch.
And now the fight is on.
Tito threw a right hand, followed it to a high crotch, and spun right to Chuck's back and knocked him down. Chuck did what Chuck does, scrambled well, got back to his feet.
That has got to bolster Tito's confidence, though. He survived in round 1. He finally got just a bit, but he got some control in round 2. We are headed to round 3.
The crowd saw that, reacted. Tito saw it.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
This is a very interesting thing, having these guys take a look at the big screen and seeing that in between round scoring.
Still a great look and great strength and mental fortitude being shown by Tito Ortiz.
Chuck looks like he's doing something a little bit different. He's lowered his stance a little.
He's back now to giving a little ground, trying to draw Tito in.
That inside leg kick is also a big part of Tito's strategy here. You see him going to it over and over again.
Tonight, Liddell Ortiz, Rampage and Pro Cup on the card at UFC 67. Tito with a smile on his face, and Tito Ortiz counters. Tito's starting to have fun, starting to look like the Tito of old.
Inside leg kick, but he hit the knee. He might have hurt his foot there.
Can he start breaking down this, what seems to be, Randy, undeniable confidence of Chuck the Iceman Liddell?
I don't think it was his foot. I think he's got a huge knot on his shin now where he hit that low leg kick.
Oh, good kick by Liddell, the answer.
Chuck definitely slowing down just a little bit.
Yeah, you can see that knot.
At what point, Randy, and you are very similar to Tito, and you're waiting for your opportunity many times to go to the ground of the fight, at what point do you sense your opponent starting weakening in his cardio, and do you go for the big shot?
It's a feeling. When a guy's aggressive, has conditioning, has confidence, he's coming to you, as Chuck did a lot in the second round. And now you see Chuck waiting a little more. That's going to start in Tito's mind to play like, oh, okay, he's slowing down. Now I can turn it on. Now I can step into that pocket and be a little safer, you know, not be as risky about it.
Good leg kick by Tito right there, and good body shot by Liddell. Nice left hook to the body. And a right hand to the body.
Chuck really hangs those hands low, man. Oh, another shot,
wow,
same
he
spot.
Dropped down to his knee for that one.
Oh, see, he faked the shot to the midsection and tried to knock him out with one punch.
The high crotch again by Tito. The high crotch again by Tito. This time he didn't get in deep enough around the leg.
Tito's cut open again.
That is a dandy gash on Tito's left eye.
Chuck trying to
use his feet and create some distance here. Chuck's long enough to reach him from there.
Waited for the up kick. Chuck will be happy to stand up. Great job done a moment ago by Liddell, though. Body shot, fake the body shot, tried to come over the top.
Tito is definitely making a fight out of this. It looked real bad for him in that first round when he got hurt, but he's still hanging in there in the third round.
Physically, mentally, knowing what we all knew about Tito and his preparation into this fight, Joe, does it surprise you he's making a fight out of it?
You know, I thought it could have been over in that first round. That first round looked real bad, but, you know, it doesn't surprise me because I know Tito's conditioning is second to none, his work ethic is second to none, and like we said, he's been training up at Big Bear at altitude for almost 10 months now. He's in phenomenal condition.
He's a survivor in the worst positions. I had him mounted in the fourth round of our fight. Barrage of punches, and that same defense keeps his forearms tight over his head and manages to survive and recover.
Caught with a jab and then with a right. 1:45 remains in the third.
Chuck using a long jab, trying to get a reaction. Nice uppercut, lead
right
uppercut.
hand.
Tito tries to answer. Chuck comes around the top. Chuck looking to close it out. Tito back down. Tito gonna cover.
Still a minute to go.
Lots of time here. Tito survived in a similar position in round one.
Oh, he rolled the leg over.
Can he survive here?
He's got to move here.
Trying to finish Tito Ortiz.
He's not hurting him. He's hitting his arms mostly. He's not hurting him here, but Tito has to move.
And it is all over. Chuck Liddell remains the light heavyweight champion.
Wow. Tito firing back, throwing some punches, but that could have been his downfall because in those exchanges, that's where Chuck landed. That uppercut hurt him badly. Another uppercut there. Here it is again from another angle. It's the exchanges. That vicious power that Chuck has and the confidence he has to throw it just
overcame Tito.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Mario Yamasaki has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 59 seconds of the third round. For the winner by TKO and still the UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, the Iceman, Chuck
Jones in white getting off early here. Cormier in the black with gold.
Cormier checking the kicks very well right off the bat. See if he catches it. Can create wrestling from the catching those kicks at all.
Oh, big. Looked like he knocked the mouthpiece out.
He did.
Huge
Big John picked it up. Spinning back kick to the body by John. Jones is fighting without a mouthpiece right now. Big John looks for an opportunity to give it back to him. Takedown for John Jones.
Not quite. No
right
control.
back up to his feet.
There's no control from that takedown. Cormier was able to flip him right up. They'll still probably call it a takedown, though, the judges anyways.
Jones left hand over the top.
Southpaw stance from Jones. Watch the left high kick coming. See, Jones is eating the inside kick coming over the top of the Superman punch.
Small cut underneath the left eye of Daniel Cormier. You can't help but notice the obvious size discrepancy.
Jones just so long, he reaches so far. Inspector Gadget, arms and legs.
Well, he's a guy who will have length over most heavyweights if indeed he chooses to move up one day.
Cormier needs to keep the pressure, stay in the chin of Jones so he can't use his length so well. See the pressure from DC like he should be. The feints are going to do huge dividends, pay huge dividends for Jones if he keeps those fakes going on DC.
John loves those oblique kicks to the thighs that hyperextend your knees.
John shucks Cormier off there. DC 13-0 as a heavyweight before moving down to 205 pounds. He's never been finished in mixed martial arts.
Look at this, the height of Jones makes underhooks from DC not as effective. He has to jack John Jones up in order for an underhook to work. And he's not able to. And those are the knees we saw Jones land on DC early to take the rounds 4 and 5 out of DC's gas tank. Let's see if he can do it again.
DC felt like the John Jones that fought Ovince St. Preux looked rusty, he looked nervous, he looked hesitant to pull the trigger, and he's hoping that that John Jones is who he's facing here tonight.
Some have suggested, Dan Hardy included, that maybe John Jones didn't want to reveal too much. Daniel Cormier was sitting in these seats doing commentary for that fight.
Oh, I doubt that. Yeah. He would love to look spectacular. That doesn't make any sense at all. And it's not taking anything away from Ovince St. Preux, who's an excellent fighter. He's a difficult guy. He's a guy that John took on short notice, so it wasn't a fighter that he was preparing for.
Right.
Big thing I noticed, look how calm DC is right now. He knows the strikes are coming, but he's seeing what's coming at him. So he's making reads right now, calm.
Very different than the first time they fought. Not emotional, methodical.
Yep.
See it in his eyes. He's right here.
Yep.
He's getting clipped every here and there, just like every other fight, though. I mean, both these guys are getting hit.
Nobody takes shots out of the DC.
Oh, no doubt about it.
The only guy that's been able to absorb the bombs from Rumble.
And heavyweights prior to Rumble Johnson.
Very good point.
Less than 2 minutes here to go, round one. So you've got to say, pretty good start here for Cormier, the betting underdog here tonight.
You see, for Jones, he grabs your hands, and comes over with an elbow. His elbows are like a right hand or a jab.
Yeah, he used that very well against Rashad.
But then when he gets you to start grabbing his hands, that's when he comes down the middle with punches. So he just mixes it up so well.
That was an outstanding leg kick by Cormier, and John just checked the second one. Oh, the bottom of the left hook.
I like that DC's going to the body of Jones. I think that's the best plan you can have. Rip the body of Jones and go to the head later on in the rounds.
DC looks so much more composed in this fight. So much more relaxed. And you got to think, this is a guy who's fought Rumble twice and Gustafsson since their fight. 5 hard rounds with Gustafsson. And we saw how fantastic Gustafsson looked against Glover Teixeira in his last fight.
Agreed. And DC is seeing everything is what I'm
He caught him.
big punches landed by DC. And he's hanging on the head of Jones, looking for uppercuts, knees. There they are. There's the uppercut he likes.
Less than 30 seconds here to go in the round. Jones touching deep.
Over the top.
DC, combination, starting with a kick, ending with a kick, finish mixing punches in between. I mean, it's a different Daniel Cormier right now with his combinations in this first round.
And he's talking trash.
He is talking now.
He's feeling it.
Jones is in white. Daniel Cormier in the black trunks with gold trim.
Nice left hook to the body, partially blocked. Nice knee to the body by John.
Jones finds a home for that right hand over the top.
DC's landed several of those right leg kicks. And there's another one. And John switching stances, perhaps because of it.
Cormier closes the distance, rips the body, doing a pretty good job getting inside of that reach of John Jones.
We saw the momentum towards the end of the first round go towards Daniel Cormier.
I think DC said there was a headbutt possibly. I think that's what I heard. Yeah, it was a headbutt. It was a headbutt when DC went to scoop up that lead leg of Jones. They clashed heads.
Hurting it all in any way. Let the doctor look at it. I'm just going to let him look at it real quick.
Right there, clear.
1 second. Come here. Over that. It's unintentional clash of heads. Good, thank you. Stay
Jones is so long, his legs just catch him up and hold him up. I mean, that's a takedown on almost anybody else by Cormier, but Jones with his balance and his length.
All right, we resume the second round here, 1 minute in. Jones choosing to work the body here. He's done so to great effect in the early going.
He's so effective with that stomp to the thigh. That's such a tricky technique. Beautiful left hook and a right hand over the top by DC.
And now we're seeing DC use the same strategy Jones uses. He grabs the hands and then starts throwing combinations once he gets Jones to reach.
Couple nice inside leg kicks there for Johnny Bones. Now DC returns fire.
That one he caught though on the shin.
It's the pressure of DC that's going to make the biggest difference. Can he keep this type of pace and this type of pressure for all 5 rounds? We saw him do it for 3 last time.
Well, you got to think that there's a lot going on in that first fight as well with emotions.
Cormier shakes off the groin strike there. Under 3 minutes here to go in the round.
Those teep kicks to the knees of Cormier just really disrupt the punch count of DC. It keeps the pressure from happening, keeps DC from being able to keep his feet underneath them when he throws punches.
Nice rip to the body by John.
DC starting to chase John a little bit more instead of head him up. There we go. Now we see him head him off. That's what DC's got to do, is not get caught up chasing Jones, following him, but head him off. Double left hook right hand by DC.
Look nice, landed right behind the ear now, Jones.
DC saying you're missing.
Oh, beautiful 2 shots. Left hook and a right uppercut.
Big uppercuts. Now DC's getting him coming in. Breaking his posture. Got Jones grabbing for a clinch and he's hitting him.
Jones with a high kick.
DC just oozing confidence here.
This is absolutely a different Daniel Cormier than their first fight.
Fighting Gustafsson helped him a ton. You've got to believe that. A longer, lankier striker. And that's paid dividends in this matchup with Jones as well. He's had experience while Jones was out, and he's made the best of it.
Beautiful trip by Daniel, but he wound up on the bottom. Nice knee to the body.
I mean, that trip was beautiful, and the recovery from Jones was beautiful. I mean, these guys are just
I mean,
Awesome
these
to
are
watch.
easily the 2 best light heavyweights of all time.
In wrestling, they move like 125ers. I mean, they just have the right movements. They know where everything's at.
Body strikes. Jones doubling up on Daniel Cormier thus far. 1 minute now to go in round 2.
And the biggest difference is look how comfortable DC is underhooking, clinching with Jones. Nobody feels that comfortable, but DC with his Greco background, he's comfortable. He's smiling in the clinch with Jones. He loves it. That's where he wants to be.
DC has been hyper-focused on this rematch since the first meeting 2.5 years ago. Took care of his business while Jon Jones was not competing. Nice 1-2 there from Cormier. So DC continues to be the advancing party here late in round 2. Jones has outlanded him statistically thus far, but it's a good look for the judges when you're advancing and forcing the action. And that first meeting also very competitive through 3 rounds.
Ready? Get up.
All right, here we go. 3rd round of a possible 5 for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. Daniel Cormier, Jon Jones.
Now, if you're looking at the statistics and the numbers, and Jon is outlanded, you got to wonder, how does Cormier's corner feel about this? And what is their advice to Daniel?
Right now, we got Jones landing more because he's longer. He's able to touch DC first, and those kicks. DC's not throwing as many kicks as Jones. Those kicks are adding up on the tolls for Jones on the numbers.
It's also the volume of strikes that Jon's throwing. He's never stopping.
Well, the kicks set up the punches set up the kicks. It all flows together. DC's got to pressure, walk through the damage in order to get to a clinch or hit more in the clinch, in the pocket. The range is always going to be an issue to get by. Nice, beautiful uppercut left hook. That's been his best combination anytime he commits to the pocket with Jones.
Cool. Cormier continues to press forward here. Jones keeping those eyes low.
Cormier's taking a lot off of the strikes here, just looking for his range.
Well, and you wonder how much he thinks about that first meeting, if at all, in terms of the cardio, specifically in that 4th round, one he had to sort of take off.
Yeah, well. 9-2.
Mike Winklejohn, Izzy Martinez, Brandon Gibson.
Get back in the kicks, John.
He's going to try to take us down.
DC can't quite head him off. You see Jones get out there. DC wants to head him off, but Jones knows that. Gets off the fence wisely.
Head strike, slight advantage for Daniel Cormier thus far.
And really, Jones is just being highly economical, going to the body on DC with the knees, with the low kicks, and with the body punches. They just make it, it's taxing. It adds up.
Cormier once again sends Jones retreating.
He's just having a hard time reaching Jon. Oh, Jon landed a high kick. He's hurt.
DC was stunned by that head kick. Jones trying to press the issue here. Cormier is down. Not out yet.
Cormier's in big trouble. And Jon is all over him.
Here comes Johnny Bones with the ground and pound. Cormier.
That could be it.
Trying to survive.
That's it. He's out. He's out.
Jon Jones has done it. Jon Jones is back. And he is the new UFC light heavyweight champion. How about it?
Wow. And there's the head kick, which started it all off. Perfect placement. DC's in big trouble. Jon moves in and closes the show.
And that's just those teep kicks and the low kicks adding up. DC thought it was low, and he went high with it.
He tripped him there. Jon moves in for the kill. kick to the body. And drops some horrible elbows on him. And DC's just way too hurt here to do anything about it. And he's eating some big bombs. Big John gives him every chance in the world. That's a wrap.
So Jon Jones becomes the first man to finish Daniel Cormier. The celebration is on. In the corner.
That was the approach of a pound-for-pound best. Yeah, that's what that approach was. And Jon Jones fought a smart fight, did everything tactically. Greg Jackson gave him great advice. Stay consistent, consistent, consistent. And over the course, it will add up. And that's what caused the demise of the fight.
Not sure what Cormier's issue is right now.
I think DC just wants to shake his hand. I think he's kind of out of it right now. I think he wants to just say something to Jones. I don't think he's trying to cause a problem right now. They're just trying to keep everything cool in there.
Dana White wisely gets in the middle there. Cormier frustrated with something.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Big John McCarthy has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 1 second of the third round, declaring the winner by knockout. And now, and again, the new undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jon